And you're probably noticing it happen on the alignment and settings page when you're trying to put the tire wear in for the camber, right?
Yeah, That's the only one. That's the only one that does it on.
Yeah, because that's the one I noticed it doing the same thing the other night, and I had to fix it.
Okay.
All right, so you got my screen up so you can see me?
Yeah.
All right, so this is how you fix it. Right now, this one's fine. What you're seeing probably looks like this.
Right, on line 1 and 2, yeah.
And it probably right now looks like this, where everything is all off to the right.
I'm waiting for it to come up. Okay, oh, alright, there it is. I see a mouse.
You see how everything's all shifted off to the right now?
Okay, yeah.
Now, do you see right here where it says alignment where my mouse is?
Hold on, I'm trying to find your mouse now, because... Alright, yeah, no, you just highlighted it blue, so I'm waiting for it to catch up. Okay, now you're at the bottom with the mouse.
Yeah, the mouse should now be on the right side of the screen.
Okay, it's right there above, and now it's going to the right. Okay, it's alignment, okay.
If you go down to alignment here, right below it will be these little things that have like look like lines, and there'll be one that'll say align center. I think it's that one right there. If you click that while all these other ones are highlighted, that'll make everything all jump to the center.
Okay. Which one are you on? Okay, you're on. Okay, all right. I see which one you're on, and that's the one I need to be on. Alignment center.
Yep, just click that. But everything is, if you want to have align center, it's got to be highlighted when you click that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like mine is.
Okay.
And then once you get it aligned and you click align center, go ahead and just go ahead and save the spreadsheet. So the save's changed. So next time you enter something, it lines it up.
Okay. Let me go do that. Okay, so.
If you run into any other pages that do that, you'll have to do the same thing. If there are any, I don't know if there are.
No, let me go back and find your sheet. Where are you? So how did you get the properties?
Properties of what?
Right there to do the alignment, because on mine I don't see that to the far right.
It should be there by default.
I'm live, so I mean you can actually go back and look at it too and say, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go live. I thought I was, but I'm not.
Give me a second. I just closed it on mine, so I gotta find it. Sidebar. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, I just now got logged in, so.
All right, if you look at my screen.
Okay, let me go back to your screen real quick.
And right now you notice my properties isn't showing.
Okay, hang on. All right.
Or I shouldn't have any properties showing.
That's mine, so where are you at? Okay, yeah, all right, yeah, right. You don't see I don't see nothing.
All right. If you go over here to where my mouse is, this little thing right there that says hide.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to get to it. Okay. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
Put your mouse on it until that mouse icon turns into that little two lines with the arrows. When it does that,
and then it opens up.
And then slide it off to the right, and you should see it.
Okay.
that's out of the way. Since I'm still live, I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the Xfinity car and do a 30 lap practice there. As soon as I get to the right thing here to get into the AI. Single race, my car. I gotta change that over to the Xfinity car. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Maybe. O'Reilly. And I don't know how to spell O'Reilly, obviously.
Hey, at least you're honest. Shit, sometimes I can't spell it. I gotta look it up and look at it.
I'm trying to type O'Reilly and it's not showing up, so that tells me I'm not spelling it right.
Yeah.
And now I gotta go to my AI selection for Xfinity practice. And we're going to make sure our skill spread's at 50%, 52%. And I'm probably going to have to make sure my time of day is set right, which it is not, since I did trucks last. So I got to find out what time the 7:30 is when it's supposed to start. Make sure I'm on the right fucking spreadsheet. Make sure I got the truck spreadsheet or Xfinity spreadsheet, not the truck.
So you said the 91 is tight, right?
Yep, because it's a higher number or lower, basically 91, and what was the other number?
84.
Yeah, because your front wear is lower than your rear wear, which is going to probably actually be on the opposite. It'd be a little bit on the loose side.
So the 91 would be loose then, right?
Yeah, because you got more front tire left than you normally have. You compare the front tire to the right rear, and the higher the number of the two is the one that's going to have more tread left, which is the one that's going to have more traction, more grip. That's how I figure out the loose tightness, by looking at tire wear.
So the 91 would be loose because it's getting more grip.
It's got more grip on the front. The front tire's got more grip than the right rear. And whenever that happens, the ass end will come around on you, or is more likely to come around on you. It doesn't necessarily mean it always will, but more often than not, it will do that. Darlington setup notes. Now looking at this one here, this is for the Xfinity car from last night, where my right front is at 59 and my right rear is at 64. This one is a little bit on the tight side, but they're close enough that the car is actually starting to feel a little bit loose. On me. Alright, since I got all that set up here now, and of course I forget to setup, because I was on the wrong one before. Yeah, that's the wrong setup, so that's the truck setup, so I gotta close that one because I'm done with it. File, save as. Truck setup notes. Now I go to the Xfinity car. Now I'm on the right spreadsheet. That's the biggest problem I run into doing this stuff, is I lose track of which fucking spreadsheet I'm on, for which vehicle, whether I'm working with the car or the truck.
I have seriously gotten in trouble with that.
Yep. And so we are set for what time? 6:15 is the starting time of the race, so that's what we got to set our clock to. 6:15. Continue. And let's see if I can go out and kill this fucking thing. Or how badly I can kill this thing. By the time we're done, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a pile of checkers and wreckers.
Look at the freaking spell.
Alright, we're in neutral.
Alright, so then the 84 means it's tight, correct?
The 84 means the tire has, which tire are you looking at right now?
The right rear center.
Right rear is 884?
Yeah.
That means that's how much tread is left on that tire, which is going to be equivalent to how much grip it has. If the number on that tire is higher than the same equivalent spot on the right front, it means that tire has more grip.
Okay, so this is what I'm doing. So I mean, on the front, on the alignment steering, this is what I've done. It's right on the 4 under toe, and I put note to self, right center 91, which means lose more grip, and left center is 84, which means so.
No, that's actually not what that means. Basically, what that means.
I would have to do what now?
Basically, what that's doing is you're looking at the alignment. That's telling you how much camber you have, how much tire wear you have.
To get to.
Yep, how much tread you have left on that particular tire. And what you're looking for tire for camber is those numbers to be even all the way across the right center, right middle, right outside. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hello. Did we get disconnected?
I did. I have no idea. So, like I said, how much did you hear?
I heard that you said it was on. Basically, you were looking at the numbers on the camber.
Okay, so what I put, underneath the toe on the alignment steering, under toe I put a note to myself. Right center is 91, which means loose, more grip. Left center is 84, which means you would have to do, and what would I have to do to fix that?
Alright, so what you're doing here is you're actually misinterpreting this incorrectly. I got my screen up now, so if you look, what I'm seeing here is I've got all the tire wears of my front tires, or all 4 tires actually, left front, left rear, right front, right rear. Do you see that?
Right.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the right front as an example. And I've got 31, 30, 35 for the right front. And what that's telling me is that my right front tire is wearing, for the most part, fairly even all the way across. Which means my camber is good on that tire. And I don't need to make any changes to the alignment. Now an example here, another example would be the left front tire, where I've got 80, 100, and 97. Or 100, or 71, 80, and 100, right?
Yeah.
What that's telling me right there is I need to adjust the camber on the left front tire. I need to make the left front tire more positive. But since I've got it maxed out, I can't go any higher on the left front. That's as close as I'm going to get it, and I have to leave it there. I have to live with it. So that's what the camber section does, is it tells you if your camber is set right or not.
So if you go look at my spreadsheet, and you see where I've made like a note to myself, so I need to actually just void that out.
Alright, let me pull yours up and take a look. It'll take me a second to get there. Come on, work. There we go.
I figured, damn, if I'm gonna start making damn notes and trying to write it down, I'm gonna write it down. I'm right on a spreadsheet.
And somehow I ended up at a Kohl's web page. What the fuck is going on with this thing now? It's not working at all. Alright, now I'm here, live. Okay, that's mine. Alright, I don't see your spreadsheet right now. I see you've got a grid up. It looks like you might be looking at my screen.
Oh yeah, I am. Let me go to. Okay, let me go to mine. Okay, there you go.
Alright, let me refresh. Did I get the latest? Look. I just gotta wait for yours to update now because I'm still seeing my grid screen.
You see your grid, yeah.
Yep. There I go. Now I see it. Now let me blow you up so I can actually see what you're looking at. Alright, yeah, so all that note to self stuff, you can just delete all that out because that's incorrect.
Okay, well shit, I was just trying to make myself where I could.
You had the right idea, but you were doing it in the wrong place. Now you see where I've got where it says set your camber to make your tire wear be as even as possible across the tire as possible, and I've got the correct, and then I got the wrong. That's the note you'd really need for this particular section. And I've already done that part for you.
Okay.
Now where you want to do what you were doing before with that note to self, you want to do that on either the spring package or the crossweight tab.
Green flag. So which would be better, spring or crossweight?
You'll want that note on both because the same is going to apply to both of them. It's just one is going to be more of a bigger adjustment than the other.
Okay, so it's one as soon as I get to it, I'll make that note. Yeah, definitely. I've realized it's easier for me to do it like that than it is for me to turn around and try to write it on a piece of paper and forget what the hell I've done with it. And I can turn around and just look on the screen. There it is. I know what to do.
Now, if you notice on mine, this is going to apply mainly to spring package, but the same concept will apply to crossweight as well. And I got to drop your chat window out of the way so it ain't in the way and blocking me. And you should be able to see my spreadsheet I've got up now, and I should be on the spring package tab.
Okay, I'm putting these numbers in real quick before I forget.
Yep. Close that out because I don't want to listen to them racing around the fucking racetrack while I'm not out there with them. No sense fucking listening to that annoying noise until I have to. Alright.
Okay.
Your cambers generally tend to look pretty good from what I'm seeing with the numbers you just put in. And with that,
yeah, I mean it's
basically telling me that you're getting pretty much all of that tire touching the ground that you can.
okay.
Which is going to be equivalent to how much grip that tire is going to give. If the tire isn't making full contact with the track, it's not going to give full grip. It'd be like putting your hand on a piece on the table and trying to slide it across. If you got your full palm touching the table, it's not going to slide as easily as it will if you're just doing the heel of your hand.
So there's no way to get more grip out of the 84 off the right rear.
not using camber. You've got the
Okay.
right rear basically optimized on the camber.
Okay.
The only thing you could do to the right rear, if you've got enough room to do it, is make it more positive, but you're already at 0.6, so that's about as optimal as it's going to get. So now so to get more grip out of that right rear, now you need to go to your spring package and then your crossweight.
All right, I moved the crossweight. Oh, for some odd reason, no, it did not take, so I need to move it up to a 9. And then, bam, okay. There it is, okay. So I moved it up to a 48.9, and then just leave the spring. I mean the right spring alone, or take it up 1 notch.
Oh, when you're playing with crossweight and springs, change only one of those at a time. If you change the crossweight, leave the spring alone.
Okay, I changed the crossweight, so I'll leave the spring alone then. Okay. Okay, I'll go out there and run another lap on it.
What's your tire wear look like right now on your on that last run you did?
The last run I done was 91.84.
91.84 for the
Yeah,
front
it
and
was
the
on
right
the
rear.
third lap.
All right, so
I've just made a change now, so I'm gonna go out there and do another 30 laps before I change the crossweight.
now before you change it, before you go out there and run, write down the tire wear, the 91.84, and put that on your crossweight page.
Okay.
Now this is where your note would come in. With the 91, that means that 91 has more grip on that right front versus your right rear, which has 84% of tire tread left. So that setup would be a little bit loose.
Okay. It was at 40. It was at 40. Shit, what did I was it? It was at 48.8. Okay.
Is that, right now it's at 48.9.
Yeah, I changed it. And yeah, I had to go back and put that last number on there because that was on that right there was on 30 laps, and that was on that 48.8.
Okay. And the right rear.
Oh, I need to change the runs on that. That's 20. That's on 30.
Yep. Now here's where your note would come in.
All right, hold on 1 second. Okay.
And this would be in relation to the right front and the right rear. If one tire has a higher number than the other, it means that particular tire with a higher number has less wear, which means that tire is going to have more grip.
So, I mean, I know you've got you already got a note up here, so, I mean.
Yep. And you can add to that note if you want to.
Okay.
Or even replace that note.
Oh, no, I ain't replacing that, no. I just want to do this right here. Okay. Okay, and what is it now?
Alright, so if you have a tire, like your right front is at 91.
Okay.
And the rear is at 84. the tire with the higher number has the higher amount of grip.
More grip, yeah. More grip and loose.
Yep. Which means that tire is going to not slide as much. So with the front has more grip than the rear does, it's going to be more likely to slide on the ass end.
Okay.
And the way you fix that is to make the crossweight number higher. So going from a 46, in your case it was like a 48.8 you said?
Right.
You would take it to a 48.9 or a 49.0. Because increasing that crossweight number makes that tire wear more and heats it up. Which means it has less grip.
Okay, so all right. So if this is what I wrote down, I'm gonna go back and edit it a minute later on. So more grip for the 91 means loose.
Well, the higher number, the way to write it would be the higher grip. The tire with the highest number has the highest grip, and if the front has more grip than the rear, is going to be tight, or it's going to be loose.
Make crossweight adjustments higher to keep right rear from sliding.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got that pretty much right there on the crossweight tips. It says higher percent tightens the car.
Okay.
Lower percentage makes the car looser, makes the rear end slide.
Okay, gotcha.
Or not necessarily slide, but it makes it rotate more. Sliding is controlled by your track bar. If it's actually sliding. Now, if it rotates too much, sometimes it can make that tire break loose if the track bar is off. But I very rarely adjust with the track bar. I usually do most of my shit with crossweight and springs. The only time I mess.
Yeah, I have never in the amount of time we've talked, I've never heard you say anything but a track bar.
Yep, I very rarely play with the track bar, other than I'll set it all the way down to as low as it'll go. And that's because I found out that if I have that track bar, let me try that again. If I have that track bar higher than the minimum that I can get it to go, the truck drives slower. I'm not sure why.
Now that would be a good concept to sit there and analyze.
The only thing I could think of is when you raise that track bar higher, it makes the ass end more likely to slide versus not sliding. And when you're sliding, you're scrubbing speed. That would be the only thing I could think of why it would be slower with it higher. Is because when you're sliding, you're scrubbing speed.
Right. I mean, but too, it's not being sealed to the ground. So I mean, more air would be going up underneath it.
No, that's not what the track bar does. What the track bar does, it's basically a panhard rod. And it's a bar that goes from the left rear or the right rear control arm and attaches to one side of the rear axle. And it controls how the rear axle of the truck moves as far as up and down and side to side.
Okay.
Is what it does. It controls what's called anti-squat.
Okay.
And it limits how far the back of the truck can drop down on one side or the other, or both, depending on how it's set. Usually you want to keep the track bar as even as possible, and I usually set it evenly, and I set it as low as I can on both sides.
Damn. You know, on his 30 laps, Chad, it is not bad for splitters. 31, 21, and a negative 0.02.
Yeah, that ain't too bad, but still remember, when you're dealing with your splitters, that's always an adjustment you make after you get all of your crossweight figured out.
Yeah, I get that.
Because
I just kind of look at it every now and then to see what it's doing.
The biggest thing you want to check with your with your splitters and your side skirts and stuff, during the setup building process, just make sure nothing's hitting the ground.
Right.
While you're building the setup itself and getting the thing to handle, you don't really care how high it is, other than make sure it's not hitting the ground. It can be 800 miles in the air for all intents and purposes, as long as it's not hitting the ground anywhere.
Right.
Because if it's hitting the ground, that's the first thing you need to fix, is stop hitting the ground. Because if it's hitting the ground, nothing else is going to fucking work.
Go do another 30 laps and see what it looks like.
Yep, and I'm going to do the same thing while I'm waiting for you. I just need to restart my setup here. Continue. And in my case, I'm doing it I'm doing it against the AI, so I'm actually doing mine in race conditions.
Now, are you working on your Darlington setup or the other one?
Darlington setup.
Okay. For the truck or the car?
This would be for the Xfinity car that I'm getting ready to go out and run now, because I got the truck pretty much as good as I think it's gonna get. I don't think I can get it any better. If the truck's gonna get any better, it's gonna be up to the driver, not the setup.
Right.
And to do that, I gotta learn to stop running the cars in front of me. And try to learn how to pass without fucking wrecking myself in the car I'm passing. Because this track is a motherfucker to pass on. It's real hard passing on this track. Alright, grid. Ignition switch on. Clutch down. Starter button. Engine running. First gear. Release the clutch. I can't leave yet.
We do not have to worry about gas, right? We are not concerned about fuel at all. And 4. You've gone out.
There we go. Now we're moving.
Close.
Now can I make 30 laps without wrecking this thing?
You're going to be lining up behind the 7. Behind the 7.
I don't know what the hell they did during the last update patch, but Jesus Christ, these fuckers kick a lot of dust up now.
Fly back in
Fuck,
that
they're
seat.
picking up so much fucking dust, the
Get ready to
fuckers
go
look
here.
like they're on fire.
Damn.
Alright, man. Face cars off. Get mail. Alright, looks like you're going to be lining up behind the 7.
Okay,
Well, that was a great lap, bud. Keep it up.
Alright.
Outside. Still out there? Outside is clear. 39.16. Inside, you're going to have to call it. Clear him. Clear.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, bud. Just about ran over the 27 car.
Oh, wow.
3.395.
They slow down so much going into the corners, it's hard to fucking not hit them.
Still out there?
There we got a little bit loose coming through too. And we're definitely going to have to fix that. I'm going to go a few more laps just to see if it still does it.
P4 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 31.833, 34.59.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end my stream for a moment and record this as a offline run and then display it back on stream so you can see what loose looks like.
Okay.
For sure. So let me get to my OBS. Find